individuals. Look at the case of Uganda versus Hussein Hassan Agade and 12 others. That is criminal session number 001 of 2010, High Court of Uganda. When faced with sentencing of terrorism convicts, especially one that is indiscriminately perpetrated upon targeting innocent and non-combatant members of society, which the court quoted as the soft belly of the society, is repugnant and cannot be justified by whatever cause, however seemingly compelling it may be. This court has wide discretion and powers in sentencing, but will be the convict. Fatma Hassan Salo versus Republic, 2006 Electronic Kenya Law Reports. High Court emphasized that discretion during sentencing must, however, be exercised judiciously. The trial court must be guided by the evidence on the sound legal principles. The duty of the prosecution during the sentencing to prove beyond reasonable doubt that they are given by counsel for the defense. Look at the sentencing policy guidelines at page number 48. There is no doubt that the convict hearing was sentenced in the case of a state versus Mfum Pelegang, that is a Zimbabwean case. And there was indiscriminate shooting by attackers who were using AK-47 guns. During the period, he was accompanied by AP Singala, who died during the attack. There is no doubt that the impact that PW5 and other victims were left feeling. A police officer lost his life, and 2 doctors who had traveled miles from their country to come and help Kenya, which needed their help, were kidnapped. The wider public interest in such cases requires the court to reassure citizens of the country that this honorable court will play its role in ensuring the safety by keeping those who seek to disrupt the daily activities away for a considerable period of time. With the above analysis, I do the sentence the accused person or the convict as follows. Count number 1, commission of the terrorism act. Commission of a terrible court sentenced the convict to a life imprisonment. Count number 2, kidnapping and hostage handling, the sentence to serve a period of 25 years. Count number 3, aiding and abetting terrorism, you will serve a sentence of 15 years. And count number 4, obtaining registration by false pretenses, carries a maximum of 1 year. He is a first-time offender, you will serve 6 months. Count 1, Commission of Terrorist Act, contrary to Section 4.2 of the Prevention of Terrorism Act. Count number 2, he was charged with kidnapping and hostage handling, contrary to Section 28.2 of the same Act. Count number 3, he was charged with aiding and abetting terrorism, contrary to Section 30A of the Prevention of Terrorism Act. Count number 4, obtaining registration by false pretense, contrary to Section 320 of the Penal Code. And count number 5, being unlawfully present in the country, contrary to Section 53(1) of the Kenyan Citizenship and Immigration Act. That on the 16th day of February 2022, this court found the accused person guilty on count number 1, 2, 3, and 4, and acquitted him on count number 5. Based on the provisions of Section 216 and Section 329 of the Criminal Procedure Code, the trial court is obliged, before passing sentence, receive such evidence as it thinks fit in order to inform itself as the sentence or order properly to be passed or made. The court on the 16th day of February 2022 directed a pre-sentence report to be filed to this court together with a prison stay report to enable this honorable court to determine the appropriate sentence. Both parties were called upon to make their respective submissions in respect to the sentencing. The prosecution and the counsel filed the submissions in this court on the 26th day of October 2021, which the court has considered. I have carefully considered the submissions made by both parties in rendering the court's sentence upon the convict. It must be recognized that sentencing is one of the most important aspects in a criminal trial, such as this. The law requires that the sentence that once an accused person has been found guilty and convicted, the trial court is required to pass an appropriate sentence. Terrorism is an extremely serious offense which our entire society collectively and our society collectively views the crime with indignation in whatever form or crime it takes. Look at the High Court case of Coalition of Reform and Democracy and 2 others of the Republic of Kenya and 10 others. 2015 Electronic Kenya Law reports. It emphasizes the dangers the country is facing as a result